I think I had it. Yeah, yeah, I had it once, and I was on low health just to start off with. So I don't know. I can't really comment there. Oh, it's them again. So.